OJ lowered his head down to everyone's level. People. Why were they leaving? Where were they going? Whatever. It didn't matter. The doors were open and he could go back into his hotel and stay there. With no one around, he'd pretend to live the life he'd wanted for ages. Alone, with no one around. That didn't seem fair. Nothing about this was fair. Was this divine punishment? Why were his thoughts, once so focused on the future, now stuck in the past? He had never once bonded with any of them, or at least in his eyes. Why did it matter so much to him about how they saw him, anyways? So many questions, so many topics, and all he did was stare at them, every single one of them. He could see the emotions beyond their faces. Fear, anger, disgust, even. Was this all of them? Had some of them died? Or were they still hiding in his kingdom? I know exactly how he got to this point. I sit on his shoulder every day, tail lashing as my wings flex like an angel that hath fallen and now found itself next to a monster. That's what he was, A monster. But he's my monster. I like my monster. My magnum opus. Yes, I should be narrating his thoughts and actions, shouldn't I? Well, what else was there to say? He cries, he roars, he can't stand, he can't speak, all he does is feel for himself the grief he'd been pushing back for centuries. Well, he lost his cat once. That one never came back. He has a loving family, good friends, if you could even call the group before him anything more than just acquaintances or annoying pawns in the palms of his dreams. Really, the only thing he had in life was a dream. The only thing that would keep him alive, a dream. Is it odd that that's all he lives for? As an undead, cruel, vicious little beast in front of you all, is it really worth my time to explain more about his pathetic little sob story? And what of Marshmallow and Apple? What would his stance be for them? Do they even cross his mind? They vanish under his guidance. I'm half certain Apple is just a child, right? And even then, legal issues aside, if an animate said he was his Kickstarter, then were the cops his haters and was the hotel his first album? Did he not know where he wanted to go? Or was he content with being a one-hit wonder and for time to claim his precious little song to leave it inevitably forgotten among the few minds alive in this worldwide threat to humanity? What if he didn't want more? What if, deep down, he was content with being known for a single thing? His death would reach the hearts of the people he hath touched, yes, but what then, pray tell, if his dreams are the only thing keeping him going? What happens if those dreams are reached? His goals were his contingency plans for his death, so that he wouldn't be forgotten by time. So, tell me, what is it worth to stick around and develop on that contingency plan he'd been working so hard for? He planned on dying, people. Not this soon, of course, but he still planned for her death. It was all he ever planned for. And now that feeling of loss gets to him, because it's only in this death that he truly realizes that he still wanted to live, even though his goals were crafted to prepare for his suicide. And that's all he wrote. It's all he ever will write, and all he'd ever get to write. No way were his hands built for writing now. No way to create, no outlet, just every ounce of agony in the screams. He was annoying at worst and decent at best. Get with the times and grow up. You still have a spine, still. So use it, and grow a pair. No one truly cares. Not with 100% of their heart. That's how humans work. And even if they do, they're faking it to save face, or they've convinced themselves that they have enough empathy to care enough, or they're just trying to be nice and save even more face. I mean, you really thought they would? After all of your screaming and crying, they continue to point their guns at you like you weren't just their friend 2 days ago. That's how humans work. They're all just scared little creatures who think they can fight whatever's happening in the world with their violence and their words. Peaceful or not, we all die eventually. And even if your existence has been proven that to be false, you will be atomized one day. Immortality. No one is truly immortal in this world. If natural causes don't claim you, then I'm sure that the government will find a way to, well, at the very least, secure you so you'll never be able to leave a single room ever again. But even then, time will claim you, and you will die. Paws reach up to meet the sides of OJ's glass. Well, at the very least, in his own view, that much I can say for certainty. They're there. No one cares, OJ. They never do.